So for anyone who's into gaming at all, you know today is a very, very special day. It's the PS5 release date for the US, and man, I'm so excited. I literally just got back from Best Buy, and I've been through a couple of PlayStation releases in the past. The PS1, I was maybe 2 or 3 years old, so I don't really remember that. But the PS2, PS3, and definitely that big leap from the PS3 to the PS4. I remember it was my freshman year of college, 2013, and I was just super excited. I was there waiting in line with a couple friends, and it just was a really good experience. I remember getting Destiny and a poster and all these kind of things, and unfortunately now with COVID, that wasn't something that could be done. But somehow for the PS5, I managed to win the lottery, and the whole fiasco it was about getting a PS5 pre-order place. Best Buy servers were crashing. Amazon was having a lot of issues. Target, everyone, it was just such a hassle. But somehow I'm thankful that I was able to get one, and that's it right there. Man, I'm just really, really excited to get into this. Today I'm going to do a quick little unboxing, a little bit of setup for the PS5, and I'm definitely going to be making a lot more videos on the PS5 and the PS4 Pro, and how certain games that were on the PS4, how those translate to the PS5, any improvements and enhancements that you may see. So definitely really excited. I've been prepping for this for a long time. I actually upgraded my TV and my sound system for my room in preparation for this console. I ended up getting the Sony X900H, which does support HDMI 2.1 and 4K 120 frames per second. And I know, that some people say, okay, it's a ways away until games can natively just support that, but the hardware supports it, so I'm just ready to definitely have that for when the time comes. So for my audio setup, I'm using some KEF monitors, and I'm using a Denon AVR. The Denon is the X1600H, I believe. And that one doesn't support any of the 120 frames per second or anything like that. It's just, your standard HDMI. So for the PS5, I'm going to be connecting that directly to my Sony X900H. For the PS4 Pro, I had it going into the HDMI inputs on the back of the Denon, but I've been having a couple of issues with that. Sometimes the HDR not passing through all the time, and a couple of cutouts. I'm not sure if it's this specific unit or just a consistent issue, but they did push through a firmware update for it a couple days ago, so hopefully that's the solution to wherever that issue was. I'm also really excited to test out the new DualSense controller. I really like the DualShock 4 controller, and especially the jump that was from the 6-axis controller is actually the first controller I was using on the PlayStation 3, but the DualShock 4 definitely was a step up from that. And from everything that I've been reading, the videos I've been seeing about the DualSense and the haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers and built-in microphone, just all the features of this new controller, I'm definitely really excited to get my hands on it. I also picked up a charging station for it, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. I got the deluxe launch edition that has the remastered version of the PlayStation 4 version of Spider-Man, so definitely excited to see what performance enhancements that has for the older Spider-Man game. And also Miles Morales, from every video I've seen talking about it, it looks crazy, having the visual fidelity mode or having the performance mode. So having the ray tracing and everything like that with the fidelity mode, or the 4K 60 frames per second. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be amazing. I'm really excited to get into that. I'm also really excited to try out Astro's Playroom. From what I've been seeing, it's definitely a great way to get a little taste of what the DualSense controller can do. And I can only hope that it'll get better when developers really take advantage of all the controller has to offer. So I'm really excited. Without further ado, let's get to this unboxing, guys. So as you guys can see, I do have the PS5 Standard Edition. I didn't go with the digital edition because I got a lot of physical games for the PS4 that I still want to have the ability to play on the PS5. I didn't really buy too many digital titles for the last generation. So Standard Edition, and I went ahead and I got the charging station. I had one of these on the PS4 and it definitely made charging a breeze, especially if you're going to be playing for a long period of time. Having the second controller, just makes it a lot easier to not have to plug a cable in, just grab another controller. Or if you're playing with a friend, it's good to have another controller that's ready to go whenever. I also got, like I said, a spare DualSense controller. So any friends that want to play, let me know. And for the one game that I got for right now, I went with Spider-Man Miles Morales. I got the Ultimate Launch Edition that has the remastered version of the PS4 edition of the original Spider-Man. So that was a fun game. Miles Morales looks like it's going to be sick, so I'm definitely looking forward to using either the fidelity mode or the performance mode to get that 4K 60 or the ray tracing with the fidelity mode. So I think we should put these to the side and get into the main console. It looks like there's just this one seal at the back of the box. And yes, I'll use my PlayStation Edition unboxing knife that I got from Walmart. Now, I just like the color scheme and matches the white and black, so this was my knife of choice. Let's see. Then it looks like this comes straight up at the top, and the whole thing should just slides out like that. Oh, okay. And this is how the console looks if you're going to use it in the horizontal orientation. I'm still trying to decide which one I want to do, but I think for the space with my entertainment center, I might have to use it in the horizontal position. Unless I put it in the vertical position and maybe sit it on one of the monitors, since those don't really rumble too much. But that's probably not the safest thing, so I might just put it in the horizontal orientation. So I'm going to set that aside. Okay, let's open this up. I might have this upside down. Let's see. Lay it down with the handle. We're going to try. Let's hope this is the right way. Okay. So this looks like you somehow, okay, there's a thing here. There's one. There we go. So what do we have? A quick start guide, which might be beneficial to some people. So you got that, and a safety guide, safety first. This looks like the power cable, which, yes, the power supply for the unit is internal, so just that one cable for power. And this looks like the DualSense. So this is actually my first time holding one, so let's see what this looks like. Man, yeah, that fits. I don't know if you can see, but from the size of my hands, like, my pinky goes right down to the edge of the controller, so this feels really nice. The analog sticks, they have a nice tension to them. They don't feel too loose or too firm or anything like that. The triggers feel nice. Obviously, when they're, when a game isn't loaded up, they're just a traditional trigger. But this feels nice. This looks really good. And to me, it looked like it was more white in the presentation. This is kind of an off-white / a light gray. Like, it really reminds me, especially in certain lighting conditions, like the original PlayStation, but a slightly lighter gray than that. It's definitely not a pure white. Like, you can see if I hold it up to, I don't know if you might not be able to tell in the video, but especially when I have it on this white box, it's definitely a lot of shades darker. So definitely this is more gray than a white. I wonder if that's how the PS5 console is, but let's see. Oh, this whole thing just comes out. What's in here? Okay, so this is the base. So I was watching the video of the teardown, and I believe this whole thing slides to reveal the screw. This is the screw that you want in to hold the console in place if you use it in the vertical position. And if you use it in the horizontal position, you can just put the screw safely back in there so you don't lose it, and slide it closed to hide it. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Now you also do have the HDMI 2.1 cable, and I know a couple of people were a little skeptical because there's no marking on it that labels it as HDMI 2.1, but Sony has confirmed that it is in fact HDMI 2.1 cable, even if it doesn't have the labeling, so that's good. Thanks for including that. And I think the only last thing in here is what everyone's been waiting for. Let's see, how can we get this out safely? Okay, first impressions, this is kind of heavy. This is definitely kind of heavy. All right, let's see here. Oh my gosh. This looks crazy. This looks like an alien spaceship. It kind of reminds me of one of those really cool renders that you would see of like a building in Dubai. It looks cool to me. You know, at first I didn't know how I felt about it, but in person, first off, this thing is really big. Like you can see compared to my hand here, you know. But I'm really liking, and yeah, it's definitely the same off-white gray that I was seeing. Definitely not a pure white. I don't know if you can see the difference compared to this white box, and this is the white, to me, grayish of the PS5. But I'm really liking how this looks. It's definitely sleek. Now on the front of the console, you do have a USB Type-C port as well as a USB Type-A port, and you also do have obviously the optical drive because this is the physical version, and a power and eject button at the bottom. And on the back, you do have two USB, they look like 3.0 ports, Type-A, LAN port, HDMI, and this is where the power cable goes at the bottom, and I believe at the top that hole is for if you want to secure it down with the cable lock, I believe. So with the stand, this is basically what you get for the vertical position. It looks definitely to me better in the vertical position to the horizontal, but just because of the way my room is set up in my entertainment center, I might just have to put it in the horizontal position, but vertical definitely is the way I would prefer to put it. So let's go ahead, and I'll try to keep it in this position, and at least temporarily I'll sit it on top of my one of my KEF monitors just for the initial setup, and then try to figure something else out later. Alright, so I went ahead and got the PS5 all connected up. Super easy to do that, and I do have it sitting on top of my KEF monitor, which everything in my audio engineering background is telling me to never sit anything on top of a monitor, but it's a temporary thing, it should be okay. And I do actually have it connected to HDMI port 4, because on the Sony X900H with the firmware update to give the HDMI 2.1 support, it's HDMI ports 3 and 4 that get the support, and my HDMI 3 port is actually connected up to the Denon AVR for the eARC support to work with the monitors. So if we go ahead, if I can find my remote, and we change it to, okay, it says the PlayStation 5 is HDMI 1 for some reason, but it's definitely an HDMI port 4. So maybe it's just because the unit's not on yet that it's saying that. So we're going to switch to HDMI 4. And let's go ahead and turn the unit on. Okay, just turn on the PS4. Oh, okay, everything is automatically going. Let's see. Let's push that gear and see what they were saying. Oh, wait, no, this is more important. This is a lot more important. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. This looks ridiculous. Oh, that looks good. I literally just got goosebumps. Oh my gosh, hold on. Let me get this cable. But now I have to find the USB-C cable. Let's see. Okay, I found the cable. Definitely make sure that you double check all the packaging. It was tucked away in the box.
Oh. To the console with the USB cable and press the PS button.
Okay, ma'am.
Conecta tu control a la consola con un cable USB y pulsa el botón PS.
Gracias. Okay, so connected it. Let's go push the button.
To the console with the USB.
So for this, I'm gonna go ahead and choose the limited data. There's enough data I'm sure they can get from other people, and yeah. Oh man, that's very satisfying. Hey. Okay, so I think this is what I heard about, and I'll do more of a test on this, but each tile that you select gives you pretty much a preview of a sample of what the audio and the score sounds like for the specific game. And yeah, it has its own individual tile. Yeah, media looks like it's just giving you a default PlayStation 1 and game library, PlayStation Store. I'm offline right now, so I can't really show this off just yet, but the main benefit that this is supposed to have is now the PlayStation Store is not in a standalone app. It's an integrated app straight into the XMB, which I guess they're still calling it that, but XMB is what I remember it being called on the PlayStation 3. So that definitely should be a lot better, because sometimes it would take quite a while for the PS4 and the PS4 Pro to load the PlayStation Store. So that's it for my unboxing and initial setup of the PS5. I'm definitely really loving the way this console looks and the way the DualSense controller fits in my hand. Especially I have really big hands. So I'd say for anyone who the DualShock 4 controller was somewhat comfortable in the hand, the DualSense controller I'm pretty sure would also be comfortable in your hand. It's something that for me especially, it feels like it'll be comfortable to play for extended periods of times with this controller, and I'm really looking forward to using all the new enhancements that the controller has, the haptic feedback, the adaptive triggers, everything like that. So if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. If you want to see any specific comparison videos with the PS5 compared to the PS4 Pro, or anything related to the Sony X900H and how that works with the PlayStation 5, definitely let me know in the comments, and I'll make sure that I can make that content for you guys. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching and supporting the channel. So I think that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.